महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेवसुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादि वन्दितमहागणपतिं मनसा स्मराम्यहम्
Thank you, Shrikar. Now, to formally welcome this esteemed gathering and to set the context for today's event, I invite the Program Chair, Dr. Pooja M.R., Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science and Engineering.
A very good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome the dignitaries and the august gathering on the occasion of the inauguration of the AICTE-sponsored two-day annual international conference on data science, machine learning, and blockchain technology, hosted by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and technically sponsored by IEEE Bangalore section and IEEE Mysore subsection. First and foremost, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. C. Chandrasekhar, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, who despite his busy schedule has made time to grace this occasion. We are fortunate to have you with us today. Welcome you, sir. It is my pleasure to welcome President of today's function, Sri Gundappa Gowda, Honorable President, Vidyavardhaka Sangha, also the ex-corporator of Mysore City Corporation and staunch devotee of Ramakrishna Ashrama, to this inaugural event. Welcome you, sir. I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to our guest of honor, Dr. Dilip A.D., Professor, Computer Science and Engineering and Dean Administration, Indian Institute of Technology, Dharwad. Your presence has added value to this event, sir. Welcome you, sir. I wish to extend a cordial welcome to Engineer Sri P. Vishwanath, Honorable Secretary, Vidyavardhaka Sangha, and the first Mayor of Mysore City Corporation, a great visionary under whose guidance the institution has grown in leaps and bounds. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome Sri Shaila Ramanavar, Honorable Treasurer, Vidyavardhaka Sangha, whose constant support has been a guiding force for our initiatives. Welcome you, sir. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our beloved Principal and General Chair of the conference, Dr. B. Sadashiva Gowda. An event such as this would not have been possible without your guidance and support at every step. Welcome you, sir. I'm happy to welcome our beloved Vice Principal and Dean Academic Affairs, Dr. Shobha Shankar, to this inaugural event. Welcome you, ma'am. I extend a heartfelt welcome to Dr. G.B. Krishnappa, Dean R&D and General Chair of the conference. Welcome you, sir. I would also like to welcome Dr. Ramakrishna Hegde, Program Co-Chair for AICDMB 2025 and Professor at CSE Department, JSS STU, Mysuru. Welcome you, sir. I extend a cordial welcome to Dr. Chengappa, Vice Chair, Technical Activities, IEEE Bangalore Section. Welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Shiv Shankar, Vice Chair, IEEE Mysore Subsection, in his absence. My heartfelt welcome to all the deans and heads of various departments, session chairs, and IEEE representatives to this occasion. Welcome you all. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by an organizing committee of very proactive and dedicated faculty members of our department, and I take this opportunity to welcome you all. I extend a cordial welcome to all the authors and participants to this conference. Last but not the least, I extend a sincere welcome to all the press and media. I would now like to give a brief insight on the conference. The two-day international conference will have two keynote sessions by eminent academicians, including Dr. Chandrasekhar from IIT Madras and Dr. Dilip from IIT Dharwad on the first day, and the two plenary sessions on the second day by Dr. Venkatesh Babu from IISc Bengaluru and Mr. Anish from Intel Corporation Bengaluru. Around 600 papers were received initially from various parts of the country and outside, including those from California, Germany, Bangladesh, Australia, Canada, Sri Lanka, and Portugal, of which around 60 papers that were accepted and registered after a thorough double-blind peer review process will be presented in the conference under various tracks for which domain experts from data science, machine learning, and blockchain technology have been identified as session chairs. Papers presented in the conference will be published in IEEE Explore Digital Library, indexed in Scopus. I'm happy to say that the conference received approval for sanction of grants from AICT under the Grant for Organizing Conference scheme. With this, I wish the conference creates a valuable opportunity to learn, network, and collaborate. Hope you have an enjoyable, memorable, and productive time at VVC. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, I also extend a warm welcome to Dr. Pooja MR, who has been a great support in organizing this event. Thank you, ma'am. A symbol of knowledge, wisdom, and triumph of light over darkness. Let us proceed this event with ceremonial lighting of the lamp, and I request the dignitaries to please step forward for lighting of the lamp. Thank you, everyone. I now take the privilege of inviting our beloved principal and the general chair of the conference, Dr. B. Sadashivegowda, to address the gathering.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. C. Chandrasekhar, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering at IIT Madras. The President of today's function, the Honorable President, Vidyavadaka Sangha Sri Gundappa Gowda. The Honorable Guest of Honor, Dr. Dilip A.D., Professor, Computer Science and Engineering at IIT Dharwad. The Honorable Secretary, Engineer Sri P. Vishwanath. The Honorable Treasurer, Sri Saila Ramanavar. The Vice Principal, Dr. Shobha Shankar. Dean, Research and Development, Dr. G.B. Krishnappa. The Program Chair and Professor and Head of Computer Science and Engineering, Dr. Pooja M.R. The Program Co-Chair, Dr. Ramakrishna Hegde, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, JSS STU, and all the respected deans, invited guests, members of the IEEE, and all the delegates from various institutions and industry, and beloved students. It is heartening to be in the midst of professors from IITs, because as all of us know, IITs are the champions in providing technical education in cutting-edge areas in India, and they produce talent appreciated all over the world. And obviously, there is a lot we can learn from them, collaborate with them. It's a great time for Vidyavadaka College of Engineering to be associated with such premier institutes. Vidyavadaka College of Engineering, as most of us know, was started in the year 1997. We completed 27 years, and we have grown phenomenally since inception. We started with an intake of 240. Today we have an intake close to, rather over 2,000, with a total student population of over 5,000. And we are growing. We want to become one of the multidisciplinary university by 2028, so that we can have collaborations, international collaborations, so that we'll be able to provide the education in cutting-edge areas. So in that direction, our management has been magnanimous in providing the required infrastructure, the required facilities for both students and faculty. As a result, we see admissions year on year close to 100%. And we believe strongly that our core values like honesty, the integrity, collaborations, excellence, teamwork, research and collaborations, all are resulting in producing wonderful graduates from our institute. And this conference, the 2-day annual international conference on data science, machine learning, and blockchain technology, which is being sponsored by AICTE in New Delhi, is going to pave way for many presentations, cutting-edge presentations from various delegates. As all of us know, data is like the new oil, where the data will be extensively used to extract information, insights. So data science will be widely used. So this is going to play a very important role, and we produce so much of data through various clicks, transactions that we do every day. I don't think any country in the world has so much of data. I would say that India is the capital of this kind of data. We can say that we have the data universe. So what we do with this much of data, so we are going to use machine learning to see that we can train the models in such a way that we are going to extract maximum information for predictions in various domains. It could be the healthcare, it could be the agriculture, it could be the defense, It could be even predicting the behavior of individuals. I think the machine learning is going to play a wonderful role in the future, and it is already playing and it will continue to play. Similarly, the blockchain technology is going to create a trust whether these technologies could be used effectively so that everybody has the faith in these technologies. So I would say that data science gives us insights, machine learning gives us foresights, and the blockchain technology gives us trust. So all these three combined is going to transform the way we do business, the way we are going to live in the future. And this is the right combination of three technologies, and where we are going to have a lot of interactions, collaborations in the next 2 days. I believe strongly that this kind of conferences are very, very important, particularly institutes of ours, so that we'll be able to inspire our student community to take up these domains as their research domains in the future. With this, I wish this today international conference a grand success. I'm certain that every delegate who visits our campus is going to have a very fruitful, informative sessions. Thank you all. All the best.
Thank you for your valuable insights, sir. It's with a great privilege that we now release the conference proceedings of AICDMB 2025, a compilation of scholarly contributions from across the globe. And I request the dignitaries to kindly do the honors in releasing the conference souvenir. Let's have a round of applause, please. Thank you, everyone. I now request Professor Suraksha P. from Department of CSE and an organizing member of AICDMB to formally introduce our today's chief guest, Dr. C. Chandrasekhar.
And a privilege to formally welcome and introduce the chief guest for today's occasion, Dr. C. Chandrasekhar, a distinguished academician, accomplished researcher, and an inspiring educator, currently serving as professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. Dr. Shekhar's academic journey has been marked by brilliance and perseverance. Sir obtained his B.Tech in Electronic and Communication Engineering from Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati, and went on to pursue his M.Tech in Electrical Engineering and PhD in Computer Science and Engineering, both from the prestigious IIT Madras, an institution he has continued to enrich through decades of dedicated service. Sir's illustrious career began in academia in 1989, progressing through various roles from lecturer to professor, and also includes a notable tenure as Head of Department of Computer Science and Engineering from 2019 to 2022. His global research exposure includes a prestigious postdoctoral fellowship under the Japanese Society for the Promotion of Science at Nagoya University, Japan from 2000 to 2002. Dr. Shekhar's teaching interest encompasses a broad and impactful spectrum, including pattern recognition, machine learning, deep learning, and computer architecture. His excellence in pedagogy was recognized with Srimati Maruti Annapurna Gurunath Award for Excellence in Teaching at IIT Madras in 2016, a reflection of his unwavering commitment to shaping young minds. As a researcher, his contributions are both prolific and profound. He has published over 135 scholarly papers in reputed international and national journal, conferences, and edited volumes. His mentorship has guided 9 PhD scholars, 19 MS students to successful completion, and he continues to supervise doctoral research in frontier area like visual captioning, deep learning, and distance metric learning. In addition to his academic and research achievement, Dr. Shekhar has also been an investigator for 14 sponsored research projects and played a key organization role as general co-chair of InterSpeech 2018, one of world's premier conferences in speech communication held under the aegis of International Speech Communication Association. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. As we are now honored to have with us Dr. C. Chandrasekhar, I request the dignitaries to please felicitate Dr. Shekhar for his valuable presence. Thank you all. I now take the honor of requesting Dr. C. Chandrasekhar, Professor, Department of CSE, IIT Madras, to share his thoughts with us.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. All the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, all the delegates to this conference, and I also believe that there are quite a few student participants here today. Welcome to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank the management of the VVC group and also the organizers of this conference for inviting me to this conference and also deliver a keynote talk. I'll keep the technical part for my talk. That will be for about 45 minutes, I guess. I will just try to focus on a few fundamental issues related to teaching and research, the way I believe this should be done. As all of you know, the teaching lays at the foundation of successful careers in different domains. I think whatever we are today is mainly because of the teachers, starting from elementary schools to the high schools, then colleges, and then of course universities, right? And I always believe that the teaching has a multiplicative effect with a significant positive multiplicative factor. Whenever I'm teaching a class of about, let's say, 50 students, right? And the effect of that is it should increase the knowledge of those students who are taking my class, right? So if I'm teaching 50 students, so basically I'm increasing the knowledge in the students who are maybe 15 number, right? So it's a multiplicative effect. And how effectively you do that is what is very, very important. And similarly, research also has a multiplicative effect, mainly because the good research that's done gets typically published in the form of the papers, like many of you are publishing your papers in the conference here. And how many people look at your papers and then make use of the papers, what is going to have the multiplicative effect. I would just refer to 4 different papers in the span of about 40 years in the field of machine learning, which had a significant effect in the field of machine learning, and it has kind of changed the landscape of machine learning. It all started with, these are all my opinions. One paper published in 1985 on a very popular error backpropagation learning algorithm that's used to train multi-layer feed-forward neural networks has completely changed the landscape of machine learning. Even after 40 years, some version of that algorithm is used in almost every successful machine learning model or a deep learning model which are currently being used. The next paper was, interestingly, 10 years later in 1995 on a model called support vector machine. Though this error backpropagation learning algorithm was highly successful, right, this support vector machine has become a very big and stiff competitor for this because it is based on a completely different kind of a theory called as the statistical learning theory. For the next 10 years, this support vector machines has kind of ruled the machine learning world. Then in 2006, one paper on contrastive divergence is the one that has kind of initiated the research in the deep learning field, and it was responsible for the emergence of the deep learning field. Then in 2017, there is a 4-page paper in a conference, right, titled very interestingly, "Attention is all you need." And that paper has changed the landscape of the machine learning completely. Whatever you are hearing nowadays, like GPTs and so on, right, are all based on what are known as the transformer models, which are proposed in this paper. So what is the multiplicative factor of all these papers? It will be a few hundreds of thousands, right, if not more. That is, you come up with one brilliant idea, right, the multiplicative effect on the field is of the order of few hundreds of thousands, right? So doing fundamental research and significantly contributing research is the ambition of almost every researcher, but it does not come easily, right? Typically they say that research is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration, right? One has to do a lot of hard work, right, to get an idea, right, and to make that idea work, and also to make that idea appreciated by the research community. And that is possible only if we have a very good foundation. Nowadays, there is a lot of hurry for people to learn everything at a very young age. Just now we had a brief discussion. People want to introduce AI in the school level, right? What is it they are going to learn, right? I think people should wait. Even engineering colleges, I was suggesting that it should be done maybe in the 3rd year, not earlier. Because the focus of school education and the first 2 years of the bachelor's program should be on the foundation courses. Once you lay a strong foundation, then you can build any superstructure on that, right? So both to the educators and also the community here, my humble plea is that don't be in a hurry to learn all the new things, right? Make sure that you have a strong foundation. And once you have a strong foundation, then you can build a superstructure in any field or any domain on that foundation, right? That can give you successful career. When I say successful, not necessarily in terms of money, right? In terms of the satisfaction and the fulfillment. So I would like to close saying that whichever field you are in, you may be a student now, or you may be a researcher, or you may be a teacher, right? Please make sure that you have a very good foundation, and the teacher should make sure that the students and the research scholars do have a good foundation before they can start working, right? Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you for your insight, sir. I now request Professor Priyanka R, Department of CSE and an organizing member of AICDMB, to formally introduce our today's guest of honor, Dr. Dilip AD.
Good morning, one and all present here. I, Priyanka R, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, feel privileged and honored to welcome our today's guest of honor, Dr. Dilip AD, Professor CSE, Dean Administration, IIT Dharwad. Dr. Dilip AD is presently working as professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and also serving as Dean of Administration at IIT Dharwad. Prior to joining IIT Dharwad, Sir was working in the position of assistant professor, later as associate professor at the School of Computing and Electrical Engineering, IIT Mandi during 2013 to 23. Sir obtained his MTech and PhD degrees from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at IIT Madras in the year of 2006 and 2013 respectively. Sir completed his BE in Computer Science and Engineering from Rural Engineering College, Balki, affiliated to Gulbarga University in the year of 2000. During the years 2001 to 2004, Sir worked as lecturer in the Department of Computer Science at NMAM Institute of Technology, Nitte, Karnataka. His research interests include applied machine learning, deep learning, speech technology, spoken language identification, computer vision, machine learning for telecom and cloud networks. Dr. Dilip has a vast experience of project management and completed funded projects worth approximately rupees of 12 crores, supported by various funding agencies like DRDO, Ministry of Environment, Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Education, Hitachi Private Limited, so on. Presently, Sir is handling a project titled Speech Technologies in Indian Languages, Spoken Language Recognition and Diarization, worth of rupees 1 crore, sponsored by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Earlier, Sir was part of prestigious project titled Smart Agriculture Farmer Zone, worth of rupees 7.5 crores, sponsored by the Department of Biotechnology of Indian Government. Sir is also involved in research guidance, where 3 PhD and 4 MS scholars have completed their thesis work under his guidance, and many more are pursuing. Sir has so far published more than 75 research articles in reputed journals, conferences, and edited volumes. As an accomplished teacher, Professor Dilip is a recipient of Best Teaching Awards twice by IIT Mandi. Dr. Dilip is well known among students for his commitment to teaching and his unique teaching methodologies that helps the students to understand complex concepts. His combined contribution to research, teaching, and institutional leadership continue to have a significant impact on India's technological advancement. We are honored to have you, sir. Once again, welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, as a token of appreciation, I request the dignitaries to please felicitate Dr. Dilip AD for his valuable presence. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I would now request Dr. Dilip AD, Professor and Dean Administration, IIT Dharwad, to address the event.
Namaskara and warm good morning to all of you. Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, the participants of this conference, and also mostly the students and the faculties of this PVC. So a warm good morning to all of you. First of all, I deeply thank the management of the VVC and the organizers of this conference for inviting me and to this occasion and inviting me as a guest of honor for this conference. I'm really thankful in two reasons. One thing is giving an opportunity to interact with all of you, to share my knowledge, share my thoughts with you, and that's one of the reasons. And another thing is really happened due to it's a coincidence, and then it's sharing the stage with my guru and my advisor, Professor C. Chandrasekhar. So it's really a great honor, and thank you for that honor given to me. So I don't take much time. I just share the thoughts that this conference, which is theming at the data science, machine learning, and the blockchain. It's a very interesting topic which is very relevant in the current day research it is happening. And all the topics are interestingly, they are well connected, and it is more relevant in this domain and in this era of the huge data what we have, right? So we have huge data that is all over the field, irrespective of whichever the domain what we were working on. So most importantly, we need sophisticated techniques to analyze the data, get the insights of the data, and do some kind of a processing with respect to that. That's where the data science comes from. And from that data, we learn certain patterns out of that and make some decisions, make some predictions to see that, okay, what best the insights we can get out. So that's where the machine learning will be using that. So covering all of those things, we need to have a secure mechanisms for keeping the data and this management and make intelligent decisions. That's where the blockchain technology is coming up. So as a part of this conference, it's a very relevant and apt topic in which the organizers have set this conference. And it's definitely going to give a good contribution in this area of this research. And most importantly, I congratulate all the authors of this, authors whose paper has been accepted in this conference and who are eager to share your knowledge or their findings to the world. So I congratulate for the papers for this thing. And most importantly, this conferences, especially for the students, this is this kind of a conferences gives us the kind of the forum where you can interact with the people, exchange your knowledge, exchange your thoughts, where you update your knowledge also. So, right? So this make use of this session, or make use of this each sessions of these conferences, so that you get to know what are the interesting works the others are doing and what interesting work you have done, and share the things with the others. And that's where you enhance yourself, so that this network, what you build, will take you along in the journey of your research. So once again, I thank all the organizers of this conference for making this wonderful conference live, and then very elegantly they organizing this event. And thank you for giving an opportunity. So thanks.
Thank you for sharing us your thoughts, sir. I now call upon our Honorable Secretary, Engineer Shri P. Vishwanath, to speak few words.
Good morning. I'm very happy to associate myself in the inaugural program of this two-day international conference on data science, machine learning, and blockchain technology. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. C. Chandrasekhar, Professor, Indian Institute of Technology, Maya Madras. Honorable Guest of Honor, Dr. Dilip, Professor, IIT Dharwad. Esteemed guests on the dais and off the dais, and today's President, that is Sangha President Shri Kundappa Gowda, Honorary Treasurer Shri Shail Ramanavar, Vice Principal Dr. Shobha Shankar, Dr. Pooja M.R., Dr. Ramakrishna Hegde, G.B. Krishnappa, and other participants. I am sure that the organizers, speakers, and participants for bringing the conference to life, your passion and dedication are what make gatherings like this possible and meaningful. Let us make the most of this opportunity to inspire, change, and drive progress in data science, machine learning, and blockchain technology. I wish the program
be successful. Thank you, and looking forward in exciting, fruitful discussions for today's conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to call upon our Honorable President, Shri Gundappa Gowda, for the presidential address.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಅಖಂಡಮಂಡಲಾಕಾರಂ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಂ ಚರಾಚರಂ ತತ್ಪದಂ ದರ್ಶಿತಮೇನ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. ಈ ಮಹಾ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಿ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದಿಲೀಪ್ರವರೇ, ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಜ್ಞರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೇ, ಮುಂಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಭಾಗದ ತಜ್ಞರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರೇ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಮ್ಮಗಳೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ವಿದ್ಯಾವರ್ಧಕ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ 1969ರಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೆ ಪುಟ್ಟಸ್ವಾಮಿಯವರು ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದರು. ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಚಿಮ್ಮೆಯಾರ್ ಛತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿ 1900 ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು 97ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. PM ಚಿಕ್ಕಪೂರಿನ ಸಾರಥ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದಾಗ ಕೇವಲ 4 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೋ, ಇನ್ನೂ 40 ಜನ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಈಗ ಸುಮಾರು 6 ವಿಭಾಗವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸುಮಾರು ಈ ಸಾರಿ 1540 ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಭಾಳ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ನಡೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು, ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರು, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿ ಸದಸ್ಯರು. ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯವರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಿಗಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಮತ್ತು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರು. ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು, ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿನ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯವರು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಮತ್ತು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರೇ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಸುಮಾರು 10 ಅಂಗಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂಗಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಮತ್ತು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕರು ಬಹಳ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿದ್ಯಾವರ್ಧಕ ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಭಾಗದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ 5ನೇ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಮಹಾಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಿದೆ. 2 ದಿನಗಳ ಈ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನವನ್ನು AICTE ಮತ್ತು ISSS ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಯೋಜನೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಸರಾಂತ ತಜ್ಞರು, ಉದ್ಯಮಿಗಳು, ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ಲೇಖಕಗಳನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಶ್ವದ ಹಲವೆಡೆಯಿಂದ ಸುಮಾರು 500ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇಂತಹ ಲೇಖನಗಳು ಬಂದಿದ್ದವು. ಅವುಗಳಿಂದ ಆಯ್ದ 60 ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಲೇಖನಗಳನ್ನು ಸಂಶೋಧಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಪಡಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಮಹತ್ವದ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯಲಿ ಎಂದು ಹಾರೈಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Thank you, sir. As we come close to the end of this inaugural ceremony, I invite Professor Harshita Suresh from Department of Computer Science and Engineering to propose vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Time may fly, but memories remain, and gratitude helps us preserve those memories with grace. I, Harshita Suresh, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, feel privileged to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of Computer Science Department and the Organizing Committee of AICDMB 2025. Firstly, I express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. C. Chandrasekhar, Chief Guest of today's event, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Madras, for gracing this occasion with his insightful address. Thank you, sir. I would like to express my deep gratitude to Sri Gundappa Gowda, Honorable President, Vidyavardhaka Sangha, for his continued encouragement and unwavering support. Thank you, sir. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Dilip A.D., Guest of Honor, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering and Dean Administration, IIT Dharwad, for his esteemed presence and insightful contribution. Thank you, sir. A very special thanks to Engineer Shri P. Vishwanath, Honorable Secretary, Vidyavardhaka Sangha, whose constant guidance and inspiring leadership has always navigated us in the right direction. Thank you, sir. I express my sincere thanks to Sri Shaila Ramanavar, Honorable Treasurer, Vidyavardhaka Sangha, for his encouragement and support throughout this journey. Thank you, sir. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our beloved Principal and General Chair of Conference, Dr. B. Sadashiva Gowda, whose visionary leadership and unwavering support have been a constant source of inspiration to us all. Thank you, sir. My humble thanks to Dr. Shobha Shankar, Vice Principal, VVCE, for her presence and encouragement. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to thank Dr. G.B. Krishnappa, Dean of Research and Development, for his presence and association with this event. Thank you, sir. A special word of appreciation to Dr. Pooja M.R., Program Chair of AICDMB 2025, Professor and Head of Computer Science Department, for her unwavering support and guidance. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Ramkrishna Hegde, Program Co-Chair, Professor, Department of CSE, JSS STU, for his consistent support and motivation at every step of organizing this conference. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank Dr. Chengappa, Vice Chair Technical Activities, IEEE Bangalore Section, for his presence and association with this event. Thank you, sir. I also like to thank Dr. Shiv Shankar S., Vice Chair, IEEE Mysore Subsection, for his presence and association with this event. Thank you, sir. I also thank all the deans, heads of various departments, and faculty members for your gracious presence and cooperation. Thank you all. I extend my gratitude to the session chair, paper reviewers, coordinators, student volunteers, press and media, and all the teaching and non-teaching staffs who work tirelessly to make this event a grand success. Thank you all. Finally, I thank all the participants for being an integral part of AICDMB 2025 and making it truly meaningful. Thank you all.
Dear participants, kindly note, we shall now break for tea and assemble back in the same venue for the keynote session by Dr. C. Chandrasekhar at 11 a.m. I repeat,